Hey everybody, it's great to see you today. Welcome to Living Power, your online Bible study where we are walking through the Bible in a year. Today is July 22nd. I just can't believe how this month is flying by. And we are in three different places. Today in our reading, we're in 2 Kings, Isaiah, and 2 Chronicles. We are studying the end of the life of one of the great kings, and it's Hezekiah. Hezekiah is ill today, very ill, deathly ill, and probably would have died if God had not intervened. And he's praying to the Lord today, and the Lord has said, okay, I will add 15 years to your life. There is a sign that he asked for, and that is evidently the sundial was their type of watch back then, right? And so the shadow on the sundial moves with the sun. And in a commentary it said we don't necessarily have to believe that God moved the sun just because the shadow on the sundial did move back those 10 steps. But God did perform a miraculous sign to show Hezekiah that he would live an additional 15 years. I wonder how Hezekiah felt. You know, we don't get to know how many years, but I wonder how he felt because he knew that he had an additional 15 years. How would you have felt if the Lord had extended your life an additional 15 years? And honestly, I can't say that I would have reacted any differently from Hezekiah. God had intervened so miraculously in his life. It was clear that he walked with God. I suppose Hezekiah had reason to be prideful about it. But today's lesson reminds us that the Lord detests. It's one of the things that he hates, and that is being prideful. And the Lord gave Hezekiah a test today. In 2 Chronicles 32:25 it says, "But Hezekiah did not respond appropriately to the kindness shown to him, and he became proud." You know, pride is a condition of our heart. It's also a way that our mind thinks and interprets things, and God was displeased with Hezekiah today. Hezekiah was a very wealthy person. He was a good king, highly honored. The text tells us he had silver, gold, spices, precious jewels, storehouses of grain, flocks, and lots of animals, herds, and he built a tunnel. And I was actually in this tunnel, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about this tunnel. The fact that Hezekiah built a tunnel which brought water in from an outer reservoir or an outer spring, they dug the tunnel underneath the wall into Jerusalem. And it actually, in a later battle, allowed the people to get water from an outside source when they were under siege. You can go to the Holy Land today and visit this tunnel and actually walk the tunnel. And I hope you're not claustrophobic because you're in a small space. But it is an amazing thing to see. First of all, the feat that they were able to accomplish. It's a 1,777-foot tunnel. The source is outside of the city, and it saved the people because when you run out of water, you're a goner. And the Hezekiah's tunnel is something that you can tour in the Holy Land today. Well, God gave him a test to test the condition of his heart. And the Babylonians came and he showed them everything. And I interpret that to mean that he showed them everything to show them how much gold and silver, how many things that he had and how prosperous he had been. He was showing off. And it does say, though, in 2 Chronicles 32:26 that Hezekiah ends up repenting of his pride and humbly accepts the fact that judgment would come on the nation. Now, he was glad that he didn't have to live through it, which I don't know what that says about his character at the time, but we do know that he humbly repented of his pride. He eventually makes his son Manasseh sort of vice president, where we are in 697 BC. And they sort of co-reign, just like he and his father did, until Hezekiah dies at a ripe old age, and he lives actually until 686 BC. Well, that is the background that I wanted to share with you about the reading today. We're going to continue on tomorrow, but that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this abbreviated lesson, and I pray that this has been a blessing to you. Blessings to you and your family until we meet again.